Hi there, this is Katie with the channel Weather Shaman. Welcome if you're new, and a big hello to my returning subscribers. Right now I am outside on my balcony, prepared to share with you my weight loss journey. I have been guided for quite a while now to share this with you all. For those of you who don't know, I used to be 254 pounds. I used to be very obese, and when I was at that stage in my life, this was back in 2013, so not too long ago, I didn't know if there was any hope for me. I didn't know if I'd ever be able to lose weight. I just kind of started to accept the fact that I was bigger than a lot of people and that I would probably just have to live being 254 pounds or greater. And there were even some times in my path that I considered possibly getting surgery or doing anything I could to lose the weight in unhealthy ways. But luckily, by the grace of God or the universe or the divine, whatever you would like to call it, I had some intervention and I just started to learn all of these natural, holistic, healthy ways to take back my life and to lose the weight in the healthiest possible way. And I wish to share some of these with you just to show you all what helped me, and maybe if you're on a weight loss journey too, it will help you as well. And I want to first show you an old picture of myself. I tried going through my old Facebook photos and I can't find any full body ones that I had of myself at the time because I was so self-conscious, but I do have this one. I don't know if you can see. This was me at my heaviest weight. As you can see, there's a lot more fullness in the face, and my chest was a lot larger, and I had huge arms, and I was just miserable. And I didn't know why I had gained weight so rapidly, and there were a lot of things in my life I had to give up, and I had to just make a total lifestyle change. So the first things that I had to give up is I had to give up the alcohol. I had to give up drinking, since that was not helping my metabolism, nor was it helping my state of being or my mental health. So I got rid and eliminated alcohol. And then the second biggest thing was switching to a more organic based diet and switching to vegetarian foods. So going vegetarian, eating more organic, non-GMO foods, as well as drinking tons of alkaline water. And this is the type of water that I have found to be the best water for losing weight and suppressing appetite. It's Mountain Valley spring water, and it's naturally alkaline and naturally just very healthy because it contains all the minerals that we need. It's wonderful. So I try to drink at least one of these a day, depending on my exercise level. If I'm exercising a lot, then I'll drink up to 2 of these a day. But it's very refreshing and it helps suppress my appetite. I've learned that if I'm really hungry, to just try to drink a lot of water first and then wait a little bit and maybe have a little bit of organic coconut oil too, and that helps really suppress my appetite. And the biggest thing I want to point out here is that it took time. It took patience on my part, and it took learning how to love myself for where I was at no matter what. I had to learn to love and accept myself first before I could successfully lose the weight and keep it off. And I still have to work on practicing self-love every day. And it's still kind of weird to look at myself. You know, I lost over 100 pounds. So today, last time I weighed myself like 142, 143. So I lost over 100 pounds. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it too. If you're on a weight loss journey and you're feeling like frustrated or you're starting to lose hope, don't. I was able to do it without a surgery. I was able to do it by still eating foods I love, but just in more moderation. Mindfulness eating is another big one. Learning to mindfully observe and take my time with what I'm eating, being more conscious of what I'm eating on my plate. Because what I've learned from Ralph Smart, my favorite YouTuber, Infinite Waters Diving Deep channel, is that health is wealth. So I began to make more conscious choices as to what I was eating. So that means I had to give up fast food, give up fried foods, give up sodas, because these main things started to make me feel sick. I wasn't getting nutrition from it. I wasn't feeling full. I was always still hungry, and it just never satisfied me. So once I gave up fried foods, once I gave up sodas, and once I gave up fast food, the weight started to come off fast. Those were the three main culprits for me. Also the alcohol. I had to give up the alcohol, give up the fried foods, fast food, and sodas. Those were the four main culprits. So I had to eliminate those. And I'm glad I did. I have to say I haven't missed them because when I've tried to eat French fries for the first time in like the past couple of years, I felt really sick because my body just no longer desires it. It's cool. It's like the desire was lifted from me. And today I try to eat as high vibe of a diet as possible. Foods that make me feel alive, foods that make me feel good, foods that nourish my soul and that serve as my medicine. Because food can either be our medicine or it can be poison. So I ask myself, is what is on my plate, is this going to be serving as medicine to help heal me? Or is this going to serve as a poison to hurt me? And so I really consciously think of that because food is energy. And that is another reason why I switched to vegetarian. I switched to a vegetarian diet, I believe in 2016. So it's been a little over 3 years now. And at first it was hard because I had to learn how to get protein without meat. And I learned very fast that there are tons of protein supplements out there and tons of vegetables that are rich in protein, like spirulina and spinach and things like that. And there's peas and chickpeas and hummus. And another thing that I've been doing lately that I've been intuitively guided to add on to that as I keep expanding and evolving into the best version of myself is I've been exploring with the idea of veganism. Now, I'm not 100% vegan yet because that takes quite a bit of time, but that's my goal. And the biggest thing that I've been struggling with is cheese because I love cheese. It's like I'm a cheese addict. Well, I just discovered I don't know, a few months ago that there's such a thing as vegan cheese and it tastes just like cheese and it's amazing and it helps me with my salt cravings. And this is what it is right here. It's a vegan cheese called Violife, 100% vegan. And this is like the cheddar cheese equivalent that they have. They also have a provolone cheese. And these are amazing. You can make grilled cheese sandwiches with these. You can put it on any kind of sandwich or just eat slices. It's so good. And then if you want shredded vegan cheese, they make that too. You can make your own pizzas with this stuff. All vegan. It's made from coconut oil and potato and cornstarch, salt, olive extract, paprika, just all healthy ingredients. And back when I was 254 pounds, I used to love to eat huge breakfasts, like huge. I mean, pancakes, waffles, whipped cream, chocolate, eggs, you name it. But I noticed that when I ate those big breakfasts, I would still be hungry 2 hours later and I would be sluggish and tired the rest of the day. So then over time, I've done experiments and I've learned that if I just eat a little bit, and not when I first wake up, but a couple hours after I wake up, it really helps give me energy and it still sustains me. I went from eating those huge breakfasts with Belgian waffles and chocolate chips and whipped cream and fruits and unlimited servings to just eating one of these a day. These are organic, USDA organic, and non-GMO organic chewy vanilla chip granola bars. They are amazing. Now, I'll wake up and have 1 to 2 cups of coffee, and that helps suppress my appetite first too, as well as a glass of water. So then within the first couple of hours, I'm not usually hungry. And then after that 2 hours or so, I'll take out one of these. And one of these, believe it or not, will keep me satisfied for about 4 hours. And this is now what my breakfast looks like on the days that I eat breakfast. I would have never thought in a million years, 6 years ago, that this would fulfill me, but it does. And another trick that I learned that suppresses my appetite is apple cider vinegar. This is the best apple cider vinegar to get. You can just take a spoonful of it, take it as like a shot, and then chase it with some alkaline spring water. Or if you're kind of like me and some days you don't feel like tasting the vinegar first thing in the morning, it might make you nauseous. They sell apple cider vinegar tablets. I find that these are the best because they're the most natural, close to natural sources possible. This is by Cal. So it's Cal apple cider vinegar, and it's 35% acetic acid, vegetarian formula, so it doesn't have gelatin or animal byproducts, which is nice. So that's a trick I've learned. And if I'm a little hungrier, then I will treat myself to an organic cereal or an organic high protein granola. And then I'll mix it with macadamia nut milk. This seems to fill me up a lot more than cow's milk, and it also doesn't upset my stomach. And it's also more vegetarian, vegan friendly, as I'm slowly trying to move away from animal products to the best of my ability. Because what I have found is that when I eat animal products, it just makes me feel achy. I get into pain. I feel lethargic. And it has been proven that dairy products are more mucousy, and it can allow acidic stuff in the body to fester. And disease and cancer loves acidic conditions, which is why it's so important to eat as many alkaline foods and alkaline water as much as possible to raise our pH of our body so that we can ensure that we're healthy all the time or to the best of our ability. So alkaline high pH foods, alkaline high pH diet, organic, no GMOs, non-GMO, more vegetarian plant-based foods or more vegan foods, and getting creative on your plate and being conscious of what you're consuming. Are you consuming medicine and foods that are going to replenish your mind, body, and soul and make you feel alive and make you feel good and healthy? Or are you eating foods that maybe fulfill a craving but make you feel crappy afterwards? That was me. 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I was eating foods because I craved them, but then afterwards I would be in so much pain. My body would be achy. I would feel tired. I wouldn't feel motivated. And I was always still hungry. No matter how much food I ate, I was still hungry. It was never good enough. It was like I could eat whole pizzas. I could go out to restaurants and eat plates and plates and desserts and hors d'oeuvres and appetizers, and I would still be hungry. This girl could out-eat the dudes. I ate so much. But luckily, because of my honest desire to make a lifestyle change, and because of divine intervention, and because of all this beautiful knowledge that was kind of channeled to me, or that I came across in bookstores or on YouTube or online, my life began to slowly change. And I've slowly been able to morph into a newer version of myself so that I can give back and show you that it's possible for you as well if you're desiring to lose weight or to just get healthier and be more conscious and aware of what you're eating and how you're living and the types of restaurants that you're choosing. For me, I don't go out to eat hardly at all. I actually took a break for a couple of years where I didn't go to any restaurants. Lately, I have found that I've been invited to go out to eat with friends more so than I was. And when I go out to eat, I don't really feel good afterwards. I mean, I have a good time with friends and fellowship, but after I eat at a restaurant, I just don't feel as alive as I do when I prepare my own plate with my conscious food choices. Now, I still will go out to eat once in a while because I know it's important to be sociable, but I try to be really careful of what I'm ordering on the menu. And oftentimes I'll create my own entree that doesn't exist. I'll kind of pick and choose vegetables and side items and put together my own vegetarian entree that nobody else has created so that I'm consciously choosing to put the healthiest, highest vibe foods in my body so that I know I've done the best job possible to eat something healthy and high vibe when I'm out with my friends. Or in some rare cases, if I'm invited to a restaurant that's mostly meat products or fried foods or foods that I can't eat, I'll pack a cooler full of snacks and I'll eat before I meet my friends and then bring in an extra snack with me so I can snack on my own organic foods while they're eating the food they like. So I can still hang out with them and be with them and fellowship with them, but not at the expense of my own health and my own well-being. Now, in the beginning, this was a lonely journey because there weren't many people that I could associate with that were eating healthier, more conscious foods like I was. And so at first, it was hard for me. And so I tried to find online support through YouTube and other people who were going through this. And then I had to really go within and connect with my higher self, the divine, and pray and meditate for courage to keep going on this path. At first, it was lonely, but then in time, the more I became authentic outwardly with others and with myself and sharing what I was doing, people began to respect me. And I started to make new friends and new connections that also desired to have a similar lifestyle change. So just know that anything is possible. If I can go from looking like this, 254 pounds, I'm not sure if you can see that. There we go. 254 pounds. If I can go from that to how I am today, and I'll just stand up, to this, 140 something pounds, over 100 pounds of weight loss, you can do it. No surgery, no extreme stuff, just gave up the alcohol, gave up fried foods, gave up fast food, gave up sodas, and started to incorporate more alkaline spring water, alkaline high vibe foods, USDA organic and non-GMO foods, shopping at more conscious grocery stores like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or health food stores, and also learning how to carefully seek organic foods out at other grocery stores like Food Lion, Lowe's Foods, your local grocery store, learning to identify these symbols, USDA organic and non-GMO. So you can kind of see it as like a fun little scavenger hunt. Go on the hunt for more organic, high vibe foods and see it as a fun challenge. That's what I've been doing. And just trying to have more vegetarian foods and more vegan foods and learning that there are healthy alternatives to cheese. If I had known that, it would have saved me pounds of cheese that I've consumed. I used to eat cheese 24/7 almost. But now I have this delicious vegan cheese alternative. And I am just so happy because my body feels more healthy and alive. And I feel more confident. And my immune system is strengthened. And health really is wealth because there's less medical bills, less doctors, less problems, less medications. I also want to share one thing too. I think a big factor of me losing this weight is getting off an SSRI antidepressant too. I was also on SSRI antidepressants, and I believe that that attributed to my massive amount of weight gain in a small amount of time. And as soon as I began to safely wean down off of that and eventually cut it out completely, I believe that my organs started to function more normally again. Because what I found out is that SSRI antidepressants, actually a lot of them contain fluoride, which is a neurotoxin, and that calcifies the pineal gland, which is your third eye right here. And what that was doing was it was disrupting my endocrine system, my hormone production. It was shutting me off from my intuition. It was shutting me off from the world. I felt numb. It made my depression worse. Now, this is just me. If antidepressants work for you, that's great. But for me, after several years, they were just no longer serving me. It got to a point where my intuition told me it's time to get rid of this product and to find a way to make my foods on my plate, my medicine, and my antidepressants. So I've learned to make highly conscious foods a way to manage my anxiety and depression. Another thing that I also use for anxiety and depression today that really, really helps me is CBD oil. And I actually sell CBD oil. I have a website. It's called Changing the Future Outcome, and I'll link it below. I use CBD drops, and it helps manage the anxiety, the depression. It also helps if my stomach gets upset. Ironically, it helps with appetite suppression, but it also gives you enough of an appetite to eat, which that surprised me. And it has peppermint oil in it, which I love. So that really, really just helps me feel balanced and more conscious of how much I'm eating when I eat. So I'll link CBD oil below too, as that helped me safely transition off medications that I was taking. I'm no longer on big pharma medications. However, I was taking 5 medications a day. Which is a lot, I know, but I'm sharing that to just share with you that it is possible to get off medications when it's the right time for you and when you've discussed it with your doctor, of course, and it becomes, on your time when you feel it's appropriate for you. But anything is possible. It all starts up here between the ears. If we believe that we are worthy for a change in our lives, and we believe that it is the right proper time, we're ready to make a change and go to any lengths to transform our lives. then you'll be unstoppable. Anything's possible. Nobody will be able to stop us. And I wrote this shirt. I didn't write the shirt. I'm wearing this shirt. It says, "Today is a good day." I decided to wear this today so that I'm making a conscious choice that today is going to be a good day, law of attraction. So if you have any like positive vibe shirts or positive affirmations, maybe pump those out, because self-love and positive affirming is the first essential step to change that I've learned. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling now. Hopefully you gain some wisdom or insight from this video. And if you would like to share anything about your personal journey or any insights that you have, feel free to leave a comment below. And I'm sending you an abundance of peace, love, and light from me to you on your weight loss journey or your health journey. I'm here also if you would like to have a life coaching session with me on Skype. I can discover with you some possible healthy choices that you might wish to make in your life. I can share some experience, strength, and hope with you on a more personal level, and we can work together on creating that change you wish to bring forth in your life. I do life coaching in all areas of life, so if you would like to discuss anything in your life that's on your mind that you wish to shift, if you wish to shift to the next level, I can help you do that. I also offer one-on-one Reiki energy healing sessions with sound therapy, so we can do a deeper level of healing on an energetic level if you wish to do that as well. My email is weathershaman1111@gmail.com. Feel free to email me and put the service that you're interested in as the subject line of the email, and I will leave my services below along with the CBD oil that I sell. And once again, I'm wishing you an abundance of peace, love, and light from me to you. Go forth in perfect love, harmony, balance, and alignment, and love yourself fully and wholeheartedly for where you're at. Namaste.